TTRPG actual play channel. Games was waving for the full 20 seconds before we went live, and as soon as they said going live, stopped. So, in case you're wondering why we're laughing hysterically, that would be it. Tonight we bring you Indie Bandits, the Cyberpunk Red campaign, airing on Twitch every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern, or you can catch the podcast or YouTube video on Thursdays. Before we get into who we are, quick announcements, I guess. Not a lot is happening in Saves News this week, which is a nice quiet week, I guess. Possibly Night City Sofa is happening this Thursday, where we'll talk about the Cyberpunk Red DLC All About Agents that released for March. If you have an idea for an agent app, or an agent, I guess, that you would like to see in the in-game world, post it on our socials or in our Discord. There's a handy-dandy thread just for that. Or you could, you don't have to flesh it out. It could just be like, hey, I think so-and-so could use this app. I made one for Damien, specifically. In the
just
channel.
make something silly, like Stone Companion.
There you go. That would be perfect. You should put that in the apps. But check our Discord for that. Most your ideas, we will read them live. If not this Thursday, because I have a feeling since the April DLC has not, as far as I know, yet released, it may release tomorrow. And depending on what it is, I might have to push Night City Sofa back a week. We'll see. But we will keep you updated. Depends on how much prep I need. We'll see. It will keep you updated. And let's see. Blank just released his blog post for the month, so if you haven't checked that out, head over to patreon.com/savesversedeath. It's VS Death, no spaces. And go ahead and read his blog. It's got some great information about what's up and coming and some changes to some shows. So there you go. That's it. Quick, easy, mostly painless. I don't know. I'm Jesper or Jess. You're like, yeah.
Hi, Jess.
It's mostly painless.
Hi.
I was going to say we do have an announcement of some changes we're going to be making, but we'll wait to do that announcement. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to be your game master for this campaign. And you can find me on the Butterfly site or Instagram at Jesper or possibly Jesper's Tales, Tales. I do have a YouTube channel that I don't post to, or Patreon, if you want to catch up on things I'm doing there. And that's otherwise find me here. I'm here a lot. So if say for this live, chances are I'm here.
Yeah, probably there.
Yeah. Moving on to my wonderful guest.
Oh, hi. I assume that I'm the one you're moving on to. I can't tell by the pointing. There we go. I'm delayed on the stream.
I properly pointed
hi.
Snowman side.
I'm Games In. You've seen me here a lot and very few other places, but probably maybe some other places. And you can find me on social medias, probably, if you look for Games In, as it is spelled below me down here. It just says games, but
It just says games, yeah.
I'll type in chat and then you'll see. It'll be there. I play Damien Copperpot and Benjamin Featherbottom in the game. Both are quiet and reserved characters. They don't have a lot going on. So, yeah.
Hi, I'm Zelbin. You can find me mostly here with Saves versus Death. I do a few things with them. I play Dahlia, Damien's sister, who, is trying to start a store with them, and she doesn't think that's nothing, but apparently her brother does. She also plays ELO as Frederick Heartstrings, and he's your elf lover extraordinaire. So, hope you get to catch him.
Fight it out, one of you.
Hi.
It was a contest of will.
I am Arendiel, and you can find me here sometimes when things aren't exploding. And also on social medias. I work as Corey Paints on some other things, so feel free to check out my art. Not a lot of cyberpunk stuff there yet. In Meat Space, I play Carrie Fisherman, and she's kind of a reserved, shy, not very out there person. And then in ELO, I play Chadwick Derrier, and he is very boisterous and loud and outgoing. So, kind of the antithesis of each other.
Hi, I'm Minke. I play Silo in the Indie Bandits. You can pretty much only find me here in the Indie Bandits right now. But Silo's kind of she's moody and headstrong, but she has a big heart. And then she plays Keys in ELO, who's also moody, maybe a little bit nicer sometimes.
And that is our beloved Bandits, or I believe the crew is currently known as Jack Webb in some circles. Thank you, Damien. Last time on the Indie Bandits, we entered the second day of the 2-day cold snap where temperatures had dropped below freezing, coating the roads and sidewalks in black ice. The cold snap also took out the ELO servers, preventing anyone from logging in for the past couple of days. In addition, the cold was detrimental to those who were outside for an extended period of time without the proper attire. And most of our bandits spent a good amount of time outside on the docks.
Is it cold on the docks?
Next to the water? No, it was tropical, man. Tropical.
Balmy.
Yeah.
You get that nice breeze off the ocean.
While they were headed to Rancho Coronado to check out houses, Damien received a message from Blocking J that there was going to be an auction for goods within cargo containers happening in an hour. So they quickly detoured and found themselves at the docks, and after spending a fair amount of money, walked away with some incredible finds, and most importantly, the planter boxes that they needed. Damien also happened to find some buyers for the microphones while he was at the docks, selling those and then the planter boxes to Franny once he arrived back at the complex. And we will pick up the next day. But before we start with waking up and what everyone's going to get to, I need Damien, Dahlia, and Silo. I rolled very low, you're very welcome, to take 2 points of damage directly to your HP. Because you were outside in the cold for an extended period of time without proper gear.
That's fair.
Yeah. It's 1d6. I rolled a 2. Could have been worse.
For sure.
Can I put that on my ELO character?
No. Easiest question I'll have to answer all night. When we wake up, it is Wednesday, April 19th. The cold snap has ended. There's no more frost on your windows. You don't have to be bundled up under dozens of blankets or hoodies or whatever you happen to have.
Oh man.
You can be. You just don't have to be. And we will start with Dahlia, who is woken up early. I'm going, however, to give you a -2.
Alright.
Because at this point, your cargo container is so full of stuff that it would be like 3 extra people are sleeping in the cargo container. It's not comfortable anymore to be in there with everything you've got going on. So until you get this stuff out, you and Damien, this will apply to you as soon as you wake up, will be at a -2 to all skill checks for the day.
Alright. First thing I'm gonna do when I wake up this morning, I'm gonna check outside, make sure that it's not still awful. Is it still awful?
No, it's nice.
I'm gonna sigh in relief, and then kind of look around at the cramped space, and then like sigh again, and take my bike and just try to move it as carefully as I can outside with making as little noise as I can not to wake up Damien. And try to take some of those extra bop it parts that my brother got me and make a little electric pedal assist for my bike.
Okay, so you want to start working on...
Probably work on it for about like 2 hours or something until Damien gets up and around.
Okay. We can do that. So I'm going to need you to make a basic tech check for me, plus your points in fabricate.
Alright. Uh, 23.
I don't even need to look to see what the DV is. Yes. So you're absolutely fine. You can go ahead and mark on your sheet, your character sheet somewhere, that you rolled a 23, basic tech 23, and that you've spent 2 of 8 hours. I believe it's supposed to be 8 hours total.
Alright.
Oh no, it's a day. It's day
Yeah.
tech time, not like a day working time. So it's like 2 of 24 hours.
Okay.
That doesn't seem right. We'll say 16.
16.
We'll say
Alright.
16.
Just enough hours for sleep in the day?
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna say. So Dahlia's going to be doing that for a couple hours, bringing us somewhere around 9 a.m. Damien or Carrie, who is up. Actually, it would probably be... Damien, do you wake up early in the morning?
Usually yes, but I was planning on sleeping in today.
Thank you. Carrie and Silo, you work this morning. So you are probably next to wake up.
Yuck.
Start making some coffee. You can call it that.
I'm gonna get up and check the ELO servers.
You check the ELO servers, and there is a pop-up that says servers unavailable. However, it no longer says due to weather. It says servers unavailable due to maintenance and an upcoming patch.
Oh.
I'm gonna patch out all my exploits.
Silo Garimbles. Did you guys drop off the clothes to me, or are they at your place?
They're still at our house.
Okay. I'm gonna go to Carrie's. Walk in. Hello?
Morning.
I can't wait to show you all the cool stuff I found.
I am so excited.
What? Yeah.
I bet you found some good stuff.
Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna get ready at Carrie's place.
All right.
While the coffee is brewing,
Mhm.
I got the wig that Damien bought for Kat, and I have been trying to coax Kat to wear it.
Cool. Give me an animal handling check. We never get to do these. I'm
Sure.
so excited.
I really hope she wears it.
And is it
To be fair, I really hope so too.
17.
Okay. Yeah, you've caught her in a moment where she's just lounged out on catnip, or she's still sleepy that she doesn't seem to mind. That you're able to put it on without issue, and once it's on, she kind of looks at you and like moves a bit. She's like, meh, alright. And settles back down and does not seem to mind. Even as she like
Picture.
eventually walks around, gets some food. Yes, you may.
I take a picture and send it to Damien.
I'm sure you will get a text back once he wakes up. But you would be at work before. Because I believe you start at like 8-ish. So you'll be at work before he wakes up. Since you get ready, you head down there. How do you guys normally take the bus? Public transportation, yes? Yeah, okay. So you guys make your way off to work. Damien, when you wake up, there is a text message waiting.
Yeah, roll over and roll out of the pile of leather clothing that is on my bed.
I thought it was in a box.
It was originally. It was cold last night. I checked the text message.
You have a photo of a cat with a wig. I'm not sure if there were any words with the message or if it was just the picture of... It's just a picture of cat wearing the bat wig. From Carrie.
This is incredible. Now I need to get the beehive for her.
When I do have time to text him back, I say, good luck with that one.
It's the rare chase variant hair, so it would be hard to come by. I am going to pack up one of the planters. I'm gonna check my notes.
Pack up one of the planters.
I'm not packing up at all. I'm going to carry planters.
I'm like,
check my notes. Did I?
It just is a thing. Sorry?
Right. Did I sell one or two to the Shining Banditas?
That's a great question, Damien. Did you sell one or two?
I checked my notes. Like to roll a
Concentration check?
concentration.
Uh-huh.
I think it was just one, wasn't it?
I think so too, but you don't want to show up with half the merchandise. I got a 10, followed by a 10. Wow.
Nice.
I'm going to double check though, because I've been fooled before. The skull on our saves dice
Is a 10, yes.
that's a 10,
Is a 10.
right?
It
Okay.
is, correct.
All right. So 10 plus 10 plus concentration.
Mm-hmm. Top left, I think.
33.
33. With absolute certainty. More than you've been certain of anything in a while. It was one planter box.
So yeah, I'm gonna start rolling one out of the house towards the bus stop.
Okay, you open the door and almost walk into your sister.
I jump startled.
What
Oh,
are you
hey.
doing out here?
Little cramped inside. I want to work on my bike a little before, we got into the day.
No, I understand, I guess. Hey, maybe you move the stuff into everything into my room so that you have some room again. Then you can work in the house.
I will
Are
remind
you gonna
you
start
guys,
sleeping over at Carrie's?
it's a small container. It's just for visual reference. They're not rooms. It's like a dedicated space that essentially has your bed.
And a curtain.
And a curtain, yeah.
Yeah, I mean my side of the shipping container.
Yeah.
That sounds like our house in college.
Are you not using your bed anymore?
No, I'm planning on using my bed tonight, but I figured that we would get most of this stuff out of here before then. So
Oh, well, then I can just take stuff outside when I need to work on it. It's fine.
All right, we'll try to stay safe out here. You need me to bring you back anything? My voice is... I don't know what's happening to my accent. One more.
No. I guess if you're gonna be gone for a while, I'll just stay working on this.
I'm going over to the Shining Banditas. So I'll be right next to that Mexican food restaurant if you want some really good food.
Alright. Well, unless you want company. Maybe you should have company. Is anyone else going with you?
No, not that I'm aware of.
I sigh again and push my bike inside. And I do what I can to help carry this planter so Benjamin isn't busting his butt the entire time.
Benjamin, give me an athletics check with a +1.
I would love to. Thank you for asking. Oh, by the way, I forgot my -2 on my concentration, so it was only a 31.
It shockingly still beats the DV. Oh, that actually hurts your thing as well. So your DV is actually your basic tech is a 21. Still.
Yeah, I'll mark that
still
down.
way fine, but...
I rolled another 10. Are these dice balanced?
Yes, because mine constantly roll 1s.
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
See?
After my 10. So that's still a 22 minus 2, so 20.
20, okay, perfect. Yeah, 20 is more than enough. With your sister helping, I would say if Dahlia was not helping you, it would be very different, because you by yourself, these are too big for you to move on your own. Well, like you would have been dragging one end. So with Dahlia, you're actually able to lift it and not damage the goods that you are bringing to the Banditas. Bringing it onto the bus, different story. That requires a lot of finagling, and a lot of people start to get angry because you're holding it up, except seeing what you've got brings in like a lot of murmurs, like, wait, is that a garden plant? Where did you get a garden plant? What is that? Like, it's... So the anger turns to curiosity more than anything.
Oh, good. As
you guys make your way to Pearl Towers, taking longer on public transportation, of course, than... I think in a cab it was 20 minutes. By public transportation, it's like an hour and a half later.
That's fine.
But you get there.
Do we have to do any transfers to different buses?
That would be hilarious. But no. I'm going to say no. You do have to move or like help people move. Like you kind of get shifted around the bus as people come in. You know, lifting it up, putting it on seats. It's awkward, but you guys manage. It's a process. It's certainly going to be talked about at the bus depot for the week. You'll never believe what this guy brought onto the bus. But eventually you do make your way down to Pearl Towers. You get the planter off the bus and head inside. It looks exactly the same as it did. There's been no changes. The tapas place next door is closed currently. It's too early. Getting this into the elevator is another fun thing of Tetris that you have to kind of play, but with some effort, you manage.
And enough time.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like the doors are going to close on you. Thankfully, the elevator is in working order. You make your way up.
That would have been a long trip otherwise.
That would have been a long trip up the stairs. I think they're only... I don't think it's that tall, but still. And, does the planter need some ticket to ride? Given how much space it takes up, maybe 2. Now I've got that song stuck in my head. So yeah, you head to the door. I assume you knock.
Yeah.
Did you text before showing up?
I would say when we were like a few bus stops out, I would have sent them a like, hey, I'm on my way.
Okay. If I recall, you guys had a prearranged time, didn't you?
Yeah, I want to say it was 11, and that's why I left when I did, was to get there
1 p.m.
on time. Okay, so I might be early then.
A little bit early. You
the
get
later bus didn't come for another hour.
a text
It's
message
either a little early or an hour late.
from Garnet. When you're that says, text me when you're at the tower. Which I assume
text them
you
before
do
I knock.
when you get to the bottom. She tells you, wait like 30 minutes, then come upstairs. Which works out, because it takes you about 30 minutes to figure out how to get this fucking planter box, like this massive planter box, into the elevator. Without squishing you or your sister. And not breaking the light fixture on the ceiling.
Right.
Yeah. So, when you get to the door, it's exactly as you meant to. Through no planning of your own.
No, I'm a professional.
Of course. But you knock. Garnet opens the door. She ushers you both in. You're a little early, but thank you so much. This looks perfect.
Yeah, I apologize for being early.
It would have been a problem, but I had a meeting that wrapped up, so it worked out.
Good to hear.
It is 400 for the planter box.
I don't believe that's what we read on. Let me double check my notes here. I go through my text messages.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I said 450 to her, right?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like 450 is the total.
450. My mistake. 11 a.m., 1 p.m., 400,
I
450. Numbers, right?
Yeah, what do numbers mean then? I get it.
You can tell she definitely took the opportunity to try. She's not hiding it whatsoever.
Dahlia's gonna pointedly look away, maybe look at the cameras off on the wall, kind of eye roll.
She hands you 450 EB.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Damien. It was a pleasure doing business.
Of course, always a pleasure. Let me know if you need anything.
We shall.
I leave.
Dahlia waves and says, "It was nice meeting you again. Bye." A little bit more calmer this time than last time.
It was wonderful to see you again as well, my dear. And stay safe out there.
You too.
And
Hey,
the door shuts.
go to the elevator.
You don't have to
Dahlia
wait long.
follows.
I'm sorry, I did lost audio from you.
You don't have to wait long. The elevator's still there from when you arrived.
Is the old grandma in it again?
No, it's empty.
I get in the elevator.
At the current moment, it is empty. A lot easier to get in with the planter box.
Right. Where you wanting to go to get some lunch? It's on me.
Well, we could just go to the place that's right next door, like you were saying.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They're not open yet. We might have to wait, but yeah.
That's true.
When you arrive on the ground
12?
floor,
30?
the sign on the tapas place, if you check it out, says that it doesn't open till 3 p.m.
Ah. Alright, we can wait.
Alright.
So you're still side hustling?
Doing my regular work on the side a little bit to get money for the business, yeah?
I see you're going a little bit safer route. I approve of this. Thank you.
Thank you, I guess. What'd you think I was gonna do with a whole bunch of planter boxes?
You know, I never know with you.
Nah, that's a valid point. I'll give you that. I was hoping we could go look at the abandoned apartments or houses today, but without the girls here, maybe that's a bad idea.
I mean, it's It's your call. We still got a little bit of time to blow before they're off work. How much time, DM, exactly until they're off work?
Well, they finish work at 4. You're waiting until 3 for the tapas place to open, then having tapas. So I assume that you'll be getting back at around the same time.
Alright.
Well, you guys may be a little bit later because their work is closer than Pearl Towers is.
You know what? Next time, we need to print out flyers and start hanging them around town about the shop that's opening. Promote our
Agree.
business before it opens.
Yeah, no, advertisement's the way to go.
Maybe hack a billboard. Maybe not. She'll think again about that.
Do you know somebody who is capable of hacking a billboard?
No. I would think I could maybe do it, but at the same time, I don't want to very obviously point the sign towards the people who did it.
Right, that would be a bad plan.
Yeah. Yeah, just the flyers, maybe.
Oh, I have to return that video today. Otherwise, I'm going to be in a world of hurt.
And those, did you record or return those machines?
The wreaths? No, I
Yeah,
have
wreaths.
not.
I'm doing great for remembering names for things.
It's one of those days.
I woke up early.
Yeah, and you've been spending so much time outdoors and everything, so...
But I'm doing good. I talked to the bandita lady without freaking out this time.
You did. Very good.
She beams with pride.
He smiles to her. And I guess we're gonna wait.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll hang
The
out until the
tapas place
shop
opens.
opens.
Okay, perfect. So you guys, I mean, I'm not gonna roleplay, but you're waiting more than you already have. It opens at 3 o'clock. You order your food. How much are you ordering?
I'm gonna get meals for us. Well, as much as tapas. I'm gonna get food for us and then get food for the girls too.
Okay. How much, like, are you...
We'll arrive at the house around the same time.
Yeah.
How much does it cost here?
If I recall correctly, it wasn't too
I would like-
expensive. I'm also trying to find the chart of, like, cost of foodstuffs.
7,000 yen worth.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
Do you have
not
7,000 yen?
EB?
Well, no. But the conversion into dollar and then into EB means it's really not that much money.
It's not. You know what? I can't find where it is. Oh, here we go. Let's say it's, I don't know, what did I charge you last time? 10 a piece for food? Does that sound right?
Sure.
Okay, let's go with that. For like
I
a
will spend
meal.
50 food.
Okay.
Who's the last meal for?
That sounds
It's
so
just something
ominous.
for us all to share.
So ominous.
Tapas is tiny portions.
Right. The little foods.
They're tiny portions, but like 10 EB worth of like a meal, so not just like an individual thing. So you guys will be okay. Sure, you pay 50 EB. It's made. You head home. I would say you arrive at the same time as the girls. Carrie and Silo, roll me a d6 each, please.
Six.
Nice.
I also got a 6.
It is the best day ever for both of you. Yeah, like whoever was on the night before cleaned up. Like, there was so minimal cleaning. All the customers that came in were polite. It was steady. People
Shut
knew
up.
what they wanted. They just kind of, like, if it
Quit
wasn't polite,
lying.
it was very neutral. It was like, I want this. They paid for it. They got out. There was, like, no sassing, no nothing. It was the perfect
You know
day.
why? We got to
Yeah.
pick the music.
Because there's a reputation that the lady that's in there is scary as fuck.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh-huh. Oh, but as you arrive back at Franny's Cargo's, yeah, from a really great day, you guys get together. I assume at Carrie's place.
Yeah.
No, we gotta go to Damien's place so I can show her my leathers.
Up to you. Where do you guys meet? I'm not in charge of this.
I'm gonna wait at Carrie's
Okay.
for them to get home.
Okay, you
You
guys
guys
wait at
access.
Carrie's.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna grab a couple pieces to show her. So I run over, grab some things, and run back.
Do they give you the key? Is it open? I'm pretty
She's
sure it's
breaking it.
locked. Yeah. With all the
Fine,
goods
I
they
broke
have
it.
in there, I'm pretty sure it's locked.
I'll go over with her and let her in.
Okay. When you go in, it's not a quick grab. You have to maneuver over garden boxes and around a printer and a
I'm s-
bicycle, and
I'm sorry we haven't cleaned lately.
it's not even that it's not clean. It's just there's a lot of shit in
So
this
much.
tiny space.
I blame it on the uncleanliness.
But eventually you make it
Normally
to
he keeps these all stacked up in the corner.
the side where your leathers are on the floor, on the bed,
On the bed.
on the bed. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna
Slightly
scrape them
slow.
up back into the box so I don't have to go through this jungle to get them again.
Tell us, Damien, is this box in one piece?
Yeah.
Did you
Uh-huh.
fall asleep on the box?
No, I opened it and poured it onto the bed, and then slept in it.
Good to know.
So at least the box is still in one piece.
Yeah.
Some of these are a little wrinkled.
It's David Oaken.
I'll help fold them and put them in the box too.
Thanks. Alright. So I make my.
Do you
way
bring the
back-
box
we make
with
our way-
you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they're gone.
Mhm.
So yesterday I sold the headphones, so here's your $1,000. And her, like, slot her $1,000, 1,000 EB.
Ew.
Yeah, no problem.
It's quick.
It was fortunate the way it worked out, but I did end up paying $500 for some soda pop. But
What soda pop costs $500?
that is a great question. I will tell you while we're eating.
At this point, well, it's an awkward silence for a bit. Kat is still wearing the wig.
She looks beautiful.
Fabulous.
It was
Um,
fierce.
Every now and then she gets like a bit in her mouth and tries to chew it. You have to like, so there might be a chew bit like on one side, but otherwise, fabulous.
It's not as
She's-
delicious as the plant.
It's not. No, she doesn't like it as much as the plant. But eventually, after some time, and you're not quite sure what's taking so much time until Silo Adalia returns, she's got an entire box in her rooms.
Excuse me. When she walks in with a massive box, I'm not surprised. It's kind of what I was expecting.
Silo walks in all giddy.
Fashion show?
Oh yes. I'm not gonna show you everything right now
Of course.
because metagaming. I have to make sure it's actually okay for this to It's all leathers, right?
It's under nomad leather category. So jeans,
Okay.
leathers, anything that looks kind of cowboyish. Nomadic.
Anything... No spikes or spikes?
Yeah, you can have spikes.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out a thick choker, like a leather choker with spikes in it. And I'm gonna put it on. And I'm gonna be like, everything just happens to fit me. And then I'm gonna pull out some earrings. Possibly. They're like old, what's it called? Like little circuit boards.
Okay.
Is that allowed?
Not sure that would be nomad.
Okay.
That'd be like Asia Pop.
Or urban flash, depending on if they
Fair enough.
still lit up.
No,
Right.
they're
Right.
like old, clearly don't function anymore.
Probably Asia Pop, yeah.
Ah, fine. Never mind.
Damien has those earrings.
Yeah, I'm currently wearing those.
I pull out a couple leather jackets. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into details because I have to do more research. But yeah, look at all this stuff.
Those are great.
I know, right?
Ooh.
We should see if we can find a bedazzler.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, that seems like something I could probably get my hands on.
Bet you could.
No, don't touch them.
Bedazzle all of them.
Just one.
Add a couple spikes to it.
You can bedazzle spikes on them.
Yeah, we'll see how it
Shoulder
ends.
spikes.
There you go.
I'm gonna start spreading the food out on the counter.
There's too much food for the counter space. But in conjunction with like balancing plates like over the sink and on top of the one counter space that there is and a little bit on the coffee table, yes, you can absolutely do that.
Okay. So you saw that she scored a whole bunch of nomad leathers.
Yeah.
I bought most of a case of various types of soda that happened to be limited edition premium soda. That was the limited edition that was popular last year. So it's not so valuable.
Oh,
It's better than just normal soda pop, though. Which is
I'm
what I
not
thought.
sure it is.
No.
We'll have to try some before we sell it. But I was thinking maybe we sell it in the shop as a thing that we have.
I like it.
given that it's not expired, right?
No, it's not expired.
Okay.
Can I use my previous concentration roll to remember whether or not they're expired?
I'm going to say it's not expired. I think that the dock workers would have gotten in a lot of shit for trying to auction off expired goods.
You'd be surprised.
So, I mean, if people knew ahead of time that they were expired, different story. But it's like when I'm spending cash looking for something good shit.
Right. We also were talking about going to look at some abandoned houses to move into.
Yeah. After seeing what Franny had found,
Those are a little expensive.
a little pricey.
I agree, but we'd need to make sure that we can at least get like power and water out there. Don't want to suffer.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, you're right. We probably don't. We need to have at least network connection, water, power.
Yeah.
You know, maybe some security Dobermans.
I don't know about that. That seems going way too far. I do have a video I need to return today. It's already a day late, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get in trouble for it.
Ooh.
With you.
She's gonna keep all that money, isn't she?
Yeah, no, I lost all that for sure.
How much was that again?
I don't know. It was not that much money. It was worth it to watch the movie. You guys coming to Blockbuster?
Wait, I'm gonna look at the time right now and be like, no, we can make it. If it was a 24-hour thing, we're technically still within.
No, you're not. Because the day you spent at the docks was the 24-hour period.
That is true.
There's the...
So-
I loved your
technically not all the
enthusiasm,
way
though.
Today too. We're just halfway through. 3/4 of the way through.
Most of the
I
way.
figured maybe we all go return the video, maybe look at some of the houses.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I agree.
Silo, you in? You're muted.
I meant to say, ugh, whatever.
Alright, so I'm gonna go head towards the bus stop after we eat.
Okay.
We eat first.
Of course. So you eat, I assume, the box of clothing is either brought to Silo's place or left at Carrie's?
I'll leave it at Carrie's.
Okay, Carrie, at this point, your apartment is getting cramped. Like, you have a one pathway, and that's it. Any more in here, you're going to start taking penalties to your sleep as well. Just so you're aware. Okay. Do the dishes. Everyone heads to the bus stop. Go to Time Warp. You are not giving your money back, but
Yeah.
the lady is surprised to actually see you with the thing. She's like, our agreement was 24 hours though, so I'm keeping the cash.
I know. You're gonna keep the cash. I apologize. It was a busy day yesterday.
Thank you for bringing it back.
Great film.
Isn't it? He's so talented.
Really, the metaphor that the tortoise represents, I think, is really what it's about.
Despite us like returning the movie a day late, it would be nice if you could, cut us a deal like this again sometime. Given the chances that you could easily make that money again. Gonna look over at Damien. Then kind of look down. It was my fault too.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, we gotta go. Thank you very much.
Have a pleasant day. And it comes across as that like default I have to say this tone.
The
It's quite,
robotic.
like, yeah, it's not so much robotic, but she just takes on this different personality that just I have to say this. As you guys head out. Anything you would like to do at Time Warp while you were here before you make your way down to Rancho Coronado?
I don't have any business.
Okay. Yes.
No, I don't. I thought about it.
No, what you got?
Nothing.
I don't think I have anything either.
All right.
What DLC have we not made just open in a long time?
Ooh. There's a few. There's quite a bit.
I'm gonna go look at Stickball.
I was gonna say I haven't opened Stickball in a while. That would be a good one. All right. You exit the Time Warp. Because I was gonna say the day markets technically would be there, but you exit the Time Warp and make your way by bus and subway and bus down towards Rancho Coronado. And apart from Haywood Industrials, Haywood has a very industrial feel. Haywood Industrials, obviously, even more so. But Haywood has a certain kind of like grunge industrial aesthetic. Rancho Coronado has a very different feel, even as you exit the bus. And as you move towards the area where the Beaverville houses are located, it seems it's more open, it's less compact. Things are still run down, but not as much in the area where you are. But as you head into the housing district, you see a lot more graffiti, a lot more trash. It's not as well kept here as it was, like, maybe in, like, the commercial zones and, like, where the bus stop was. But you make your way through. Does anybody have Rancho Coronado as your local expert?
I don't know why I'm checking. I know for a fact I don't, but no, I don't.
Thank you for checking. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I do not.
I doubt it, but where would I find it?
Middle
Your local
Middle
expert.
column, yeah.
Local expert
Mhm.
column. It just says your home.
Okay.
Okay. Not Rancho Coronado. Give me a streetwise check. All of you.
Yeah. I'd like to spend 3 luck, please.
Sure.
Grows out luck like it's nothing.
Now, 2 of that's just to counteract my negative from not sleeping.
That is true.
Just
Yeah.
10 followed by a 10.
Nice.
Nice. Okay.
I got a 19 and thought I did pretty well.
A total of 26, though. Streetwise,
Nice.
not Dahlia's expertise.
Still in the 20s.
Got a 20.
Nice.
Carrie, 20? Okay.
Oh, sorry. $17?
17. You guys are killing it with your streetwise rolls. I'm impressed. As you head down the streets and make your way, who's leading this group?
I figured I'd take point.
Okay. How are you leading? Because I don't think you've ever been in this area.
Right. I have a vague idea of where it is from what I was told, I assume. So
Right,
I'm
you
kind
just
of wandering.
mentioned.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm kind of wandering, but looking like I'm not lost in the process.
Okay. Are you-
Walking with purpose.
Do you have any sort of tool that you are using?
I'm gonna be walking
Say,
behind
an
him with my
agent?
agent open.
Maybe?
I have an umbrella. My sister has her agent open.
Every time he starts walking
me-
in the wrong direction,
Dolly, give
I'm
me a
gonna pull
library
his
search.
coat in the right direction.
Give me a library search. It's fairly easy, but don't forget your penalty.
Oh, my penalty before I would have been at a 24. I need to keep remembering that. Alright, with the -2, it'd be a 14.
14. Okay, you know what? You passed the DV. So yes, every time he goes to make a wrong turn, you're absolutely able to, like, tug on his coat. Step on, like, his heel of his
Ratatouille
shoe.
me.
Just kind of direct as needed. as you make your way through the air and you get closer to the houses, there are a few graffiti marks you notice fairly consistently. There's about 4 of them. One is a lightning bolt symbol, which none of you can actually place as anything. If you'd like to roll after this, you may. The other 3, I will say, given your rolls on Streetwise, you can tell these are various gang logos. One is a flat but elaborately decorated sugar skull. One is a rat that it goes kind of like a little past its nose and out like a V. It has a neon blue mohawk that kind of looks like a shark fin. Its eyes are neon blue, and it's smiling with rows of like jagged shark-like teeth. And it seems to be moving through like dirt and debris, covering like half of its face and body. And the third symbol that you notice are... actually, let me check my notes and make sure I'm describing this right. It is a yellow smiley face, but the teeth are made up of 2 fists, and they are they're neon green, but it's smiling face with fists for teeth.
There we go.
And then a
Those are
lightning bolt
interesting.
that you see consistently as well, but from what you know, it's not a gang sign. More often than not, the lightning bolt is near one of the smiling faces.
They're festive.
It is very artistic. I like this rat street shock thing.
Thank you for the hydrate.
Yeah. Do you think these are markings for who owns these places?
Or at least runs these streets. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty safe.
Maybe we should be a little more cautious about which house we open.
Maybe we should knock first.
I stare at her in horror. And announce our presence?
Yeah,
Yes, Dahlia.
Better than looking like we're sneaking around.
right.
That
but
is the best way to
not
be
for
invited
sneaking
inside.
Fair enough. May I continue?
Sure. You get down, like, into the part where there's, the Beaverville homes. Some have, like, those gang signs directly onto them. I assume you're
Not one
making
of
your
those.
way past where, like, most of those symbols start to maybe disappear.
Yeah, I'm trying to go towards like the back of the building area.
Okay.
Not
As
the very back, but near it.
But near it, as you
Yeah.
head towards, like, the back area, because there is a road, there is a tall, like 20-foot tall, like concrete wall that kind of like wraps around like where the highway would be to help protect the houses below. You do end up in a small little cul-de-sac that seems to be quiet and only has like a handful of those markings compared to where they were plentiful before. Like, you've seen them off and on. You've gathered with your streetwise that there's at least 3 gangs in the area. But unless they have, like, a specific tag on the house, you're not sure what building belongs to whom.
Yeah.
But in this cul-de-sac, you don't see a specific tag on any of the houses. Apart from, I will say, one. Back right corner.
I'm looking for a house that is not necessarily, like, I know they're all rundown houses, but not necessarily the most rundown, but not the least rundown either. Somewhere,
Somewhere in between?
Halfway deep.
yeah.
Okay. As you walk down the street, the one to the... So if you're walking down the street towards the cul-de-sac, the one on the right has a bunch of, like, broken windows. It looks like the roof has collapsed on one side, which is a little more, I think, not quite what you're looking for. The one directly on the left of that, if memory serves, give me a moment to pull up my map. Yep, the one directly to the left of that has a car that has, like, run into the front of the house and is still there. I will say, as you're passing it, you have passed like concrete barricades. There are various broken down cars on the streets in this area. Some have bullet holes, some do not. You've not passed a vehicle that you assume works, but they are on the street. Continuing down a little ways, there's, so right and left, and then the one in the corner, either seem okay. The one in the very far back, like below the highway, has had a couple... You're not sure what fell through, but you can tell by the roof something flew over the barricade up top and hit the house. The one to the right has one of the gang symbols on it, the smiley face. And then the other one to the right, next to the one that had the roof and broken glass and everything conclave, that one seems okay.
Okay, the
So
one that is opposite the gang symbol house,
Yep.
that looked okay next to the car has run into it house, but not in the corner.
Yes.
Can I go look at that one, please?
Sure, you may. How are you approaching?
You guys want me to go check this out before you guys come up? Maybe?
I'll go with
I mean, I don't want you to get too far ahead of us, in case something does happen.
Everybody
going-
just act casual. Okay? We're house
I'm going
shopping.
to sneak up and look in the window, but since I have a whole team with me, I'm gonna confidently walk up to it and then around the back of it into the backyard.
So we're all confidently going.
Yeah, not drawing
Ah,
attention to ourselves.
Cool.
why are you going in the backyard, Damien?
As
You
they
don't
start-
use the front door when you're squatting.
Oh. As they're going to the backyard, Dahlia's actually going to turn and look at the truck that's in the neighbor's house and be like, or not truck, car, you said, and be like, I wonder if we can fix this too. And go over there and just take a look at it and see how damaged it truly is.
Sure.
Is it completely totaled?
Give me a land vehicle tech. And just so I have this clear, Damien is in the surrounding the back of the house.
Yeah,
Silo is with you.
I believe so.
Carrie is...
Begrudgingly.
Carrie is standing between the two groups, kind of catty corner to the front of the house.
Okay. And sorry, Minkay, I missed what you said?
I am begrudgingly following Damien.
Okay. Okay. And Damien, you're going confidently. Amazing.
Yeah.
Dahlia, what did you get with your -2 penalty to land vehicle tech?
With the -2 penalty, it's a 15.
It's a 15. Okay. You look it over, and there is nothing here that you think you can salvage. The interior has been completely ripped out. Any pieces that would be in the engine have been removed. The engine itself is gone.
Seems I
This
was
has
the
been-
first one to have this idea.
Scavenged.
Oh well. Dahlia will sigh in disappointment, kick the tire, or kick the side of the vehicle,
wheel.
because the tires are probably gone.
I was
And
gonna say,
walk
you know what?
away.
If you want to kick a tire, we'll say there is one flat tire that is still there because it was useless that you could use.
So not even satisfying thud to it.
No.
Turns around and starts heading towards the back of the building where the rest of the group is kind of collected.
So while you're doing this, Damien, you make your way to the backyard of the other house. Silo.
Yep.
Behind you. You get back there. The grass is dry. It's dead. If there were bushes in any sort of form, they're sticks. They're wilted. They don't look great. In the back is a lot of just general backyard debris, papers, cardboard boxes that have been rained on, frozen, melted, tarps, cable. Like, there's just a bunch of shit in this backyard.
Sure.
Yeah. But no
Is
people.
there a door here?
There is a... I knew you were doing this, and for some reason my brain didn't go, hey, you know what you're going to need? The layout of the house.
Do you want me to check and see if there's a door there?
I know there's a door. There's a sliding door. Shockingly, I know that. There's a sliding glass door. I'm going to say it's probably boarded up or broken. I'm trying to remember if there is a window. I believe there's a window before you get to the door. I put this in our chat. That will be easier for me to find.
It's in the group chat.
Yeah. I just have to scroll way up. There we go.
In Indie Bandits?
Yep. Oh, there's a couple windows. So it's right around the corner. There is one window. I would say there was probably a newspaper placed over it, but there's pieces where you could look through it. Moving along, there's another tall window, but you'd have to stand on something to look in, and then another bigger window. Likewise with the newspapers, and then a sliding glass door that has been boarded up, we'll say.
Okay, the back corner window.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to open it. Can I pry it open?
What are you using to pry it open?
That's a great question. I'm glad that you've asked.
I thought you might be.
I'm using a good look.
This twig I found.
Hold on, I'm
rock.
checking to see if I have anything that would be useful.
Can I look around and see if there's anything?
Yeah, I use my
useful?
umbrella.
You use your okay. Interesting choice. Okay. Try to pry this open. Okay. And sorry, Minky, what had you asked me?
I asked if I could look around and find something, maybe a crowbar or anything sturdy enough.
Give me a perception check.
Better than an umbrella.
Something that might hold together better than an umbrella.
Hey, if the penguin taught us anything, it's that you can use umbrellas for everything.
What was that in reference to? I feel like I should know this.
The old Batman 66.
Yes, you're absolutely 100% right.
I got a 12.
Okay. So you're gonna spend some time searching. James, this is an odd but very important question.
Sure.
And I want you to think honestly on this. Is this one of those collapsible umbrellas that are flat-tipped? Or is it one of those old school big umbrellas that has a pointed tip?
They were both the umbrellas I bought, I imagined as being full-size. That's why I said I had to clip it on my bag when I was skating.
Okay.
Is because I don't have the fancy ones that pop out. I've got, like, the old-fashioned ones.
That are... You have to? Okay. Okay, cool. Alright. Give me... Oh, you know what? No, I'm not even going to make you roll for this. It's okay. No, I will. I will make you roll for this. What What
What do I roll?
Yeah, it's not going to be
Melee weapon?
as odd as this sounds.
Sure.
It's going to be a pick lock. I'm just going to make it an easier DV because you're
Okay.
not technically picking a lock.
Right, I have points in picklock, so that's good for me.
That is.
I'm
Don't
gonna
forget
spend
you have
3 more luck.
Nice to have a character with so much luck.
Uh-huh. 7 plus 5 is 12, plus 1 is 13.
13.
I'm gonna mulligan
I was gonna say you will
to get a
succeed.
14.
Okay, you will succeed with the 13. Something may just happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan to get a 14.
Okay.
To bring it to the next level.
Okay. As you're slowly lifting this pane, your umbrella slips and almost slips through the actual pane of glass that is still there, which would have broken it. And by sheer force of luck, you're able to skirt it at the last second and not smash the window. Oh shit. Okay. Easing it up enough where you can then get the umbrella underneath to continue lifting it the rest of the way. Or as high as you would, as high as you would, like, should assume you're going to open the entire window.
After I get it up maybe that much, enough that I can get my hands under there, how much resistance am I getting the higher I get? Is it still a lot of resistance?
It's about the same resistance. It's not so much that it's locked as though it just hasn't been used and there's a lot of, like,
It's
dirt
jammed.
built up and it's just difficult.
Okay, I'm gonna get it enough that I can get my hands under there solidly
Mhm.
and my forearms on the thing, and then open it.
Just all the way up.
Yep.
Shotgun blast to the face. No. Though that would have been funny. Joking. You
Dodge.
fully lifted it. And thankfully, as this realization hits you, oh wait, there could be someone inside. It's thankfully
That's why I'm doing a side window.
an empty room.
Okay.
It is at this point, I will say, Silo, you've looked around and you've maybe found a couple pieces of debris that have fallen from the road that may work. You're not sure if it's better than umbrella, but as you turn around and look, you see that he's got the window open. Thank you so much for the follow, Leah Zodiac. I think that was a follow. Yes, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Welcome to the family. I hope you have fun. Dahlia and Carrie, you guys have arrived to the backyard at this point. So as Damien opens the window, you're all here. Damien, on the other side is an empty room. Fairly large. It looks like there was a closet, like a kind of a walk-in closet, but not really. More like it just kind of like there's a space in the frame where you could hang clothes. Across from you, there was a closed door as well, across the room across from you. There's a door to the left. The floor is covered in dirt and dust. The walls are covered in dirt and grime. It looks like maybe there was some water damage from one of the, like a leak in the roof somewhere, that has made its way down against one of the walls. But apart from it being, like, dusty and dirty and just having a general mess in the room, doesn't look like this, at least the specific room, is lived in.
I'm gonna pull myself up and in.
What is your
Oh,
base
breaking
athletics?
We're not breaking in. Nobody owns it. This isn't breaking in.
As far as you know.
It's not breaking in as well. 10.
With the -2 penalty?
8 is my base.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to roll athletics for me.
Okay.
Don't roll
I
a
did
1.
not do well.
Don't roll a 1.
10.
10 is enough. With how effort you're able to get yourself over the ledge and into the room.
I rolled a 2, which ate up my penalty.
Nice. That works. That's all you needed. You're in the room. What are the rest of you doing?
I don't think this is breaking. Plus, really, we're just looking at a new apartment, possibly. This is like house hunting.
Dahlia says, yeah, this is totally not breaking in. Pulls out her pistol, makes sure it's still good, puts it back in her jacket, and then climbs through the window.
What is
I'm gonna
your
help them
what
all
is your
in.
base? Is your base athletics with the penalty higher than a 9?
It's a 7.
Okay, so I'm gonna need you to roll.
Can they get a +1 for my assistance?
You're helping her in?
Yeah.
Yes.
11.
That will be enough. With your brother's help, you're able to enter the room.
Silo. Are we going in or are we staying out?
Well, I mean, we're here. Now I want to see it.
Okay.
I mean, there's nothing in. There's nothing in there. Looks empty.
in this room.
I'm hoping it continues to stay that way.
Waste of space if that's the case.
Meth heads only need one room.
Yeah, but then they're just a fellow tenant. They stay on their side of the house. We stay on our side of the house.
Yikes.
I mean, it is a lot bigger than the shipping container already, even with him getting a side of the house.
I know.
I'm gonna help the other two in.
Do the other Carrie? What is your base athletics? Because you're not at a penalty. Higher than 9.
My base is 7.
Okay, so you're gonna need to roll, but you do get a +1. Silo?
11.
Okay, you're good. Damien will help
Is this
you,
real
but
bad?
you're good. Was that a 1?
Oh my god.
Was that a 1 followed by 10?
Gary's gonna stay outside.
Does Carrie pull Damien back
Yeah.
through the window?
Yeah.
What did you roll?
And he lands on top of her. And now she's winded.
I am so very sorry about this.
You too.
I rolled 2
Flirt
ones.
later.
What, like a 1 followed by a 1?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad. That just cancels
It's
it
not it's as
out.
bad.
Yeah,
It
that just
cancels it out?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank god.
So that's just
Okay, so I got
well,
a 7.
that's still plus the 1 for him helping you, which is an 8. So yeah, so that had you rolled a 1 followed by a 10, because that would have been minus
That
9.
would've been-
negative.
That would have been
Okay.
real
Real
bad. Then that whole scene would have played
Throw
out.
this guy in the trash.
You did fail. Your foot kind of slips. You bash your knee on the wall, but he's got a hold of you, and it's not as smooth as it could have been. And you're definitely gonna feel a bruise on your knee tomorrow, but you are able to get into the house. And as
Silo
you
just hops in after. Sorry.
yeah, like one hand on the ledge, like up over, no issue.
Have a 10-minute Family Guy moment. And I'm just rocking on the floor.
That is actually
He can't.
beautifully timed, because on that 10-minute of your Family Guy knee moment, we're gonna take a break.
Leave the sound on so I can do that.
For 10 minutes.
Actually, just loop this.
I'll get right on that. Thank you all for joining us. We're going to take a short 10-minute break, and we will
We'll
be
be
back
right back.
to see what else might be inside this house. See you soon. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to more Indie Bandits as we play Cyberpunk Red. Sorry, I just looked at the screen and saw Midcade like doing the Queen wave. I think it was. Really threw me off. Our Rans have had a productive day so far. have the team both of them going to work, but in very different ways. Damien sold another planter box. Do you know how many you have left now?
2. I'm gonna have to change my character sheet.
Because you had 10 to start with.
Yeah, I must have taken off the one that I was gonna sell them before.
And then took
So I
it. Yeah,
didn't-
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is good, because that means it's getting more stuff out of your apartment. There's a little bit more space. Not a lot,
Yeah.
but a whole garden planter is extra's worth of space. And now they find themselves in Rancho Coronado looking at Beaverville homes that have been abandoned and seemingly currently taken up by gangs, or at least some of them. I will say it is now about 8 o'clock in the evening as you have managed to break your way into one of these houses. And you can hear the sounds, dull-ish, of music being played in the area.
It doesn't sound like it's coming from this house, though, right?
Sounds. Give me a perception check. Not. It is. It's definitely not coming from in the house. You will get that regardless.
I'm glad that I got that for free.
Anybody who would like to try to guess where this music is coming from, by the way, may roll.
With my -2, I got a 10. The
Outside.
dirty kind.
Not in the house.
I'm gonna just assume it's coming from the house in the corner.
Okay.
Harry is also assuming.
Okay. Silo.
While I pull up my pant leg and make Silo poke my bruise.
Pardon?
Touch it. I want to see if it hurts.
What am I touching?
My bruise.
Oh. Silo was just
Not
like
that
waiting
kind
for
of game.
By the way, this is a dark future.
I have to start putting that warning in.
I'm gonna close the window once everybody's inside.
Okay. You do so. It's a little easier. There's less resistance because whatever dirt has been building up, you've lifted, so it's a little easier to move the way down.
I'm gonna check the floor, the dirt and debris on the floor. Does it look like somebody's walked through this room recently?
Define recently.
Are there footsteps in the dirt?
No.
Are there well-traveled paths through the debris?
Give me an education or deduction.
Mm-hmm. Deciding which of one of those is worse than the other. Where's deduction? Oh, it's right above education. I'm gonna deduce.
Okay.
I do not deduce. Dirty 10.
Dirty
This
10.
-2 is hurting me.
It
Not by a
hurts,
lot.
doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
I'm gonna look for the same thing.
With your dirty 10, I mean, there's a pathway that's clearly been trodden on. How recently, you can't tell.
Okay. I'm going to check the doorknob.
To which door? There is one in front of you across from the window, and there is one to your left immediate.
The one to the left.
Thank you, Hydrate.
Oh,
You
thank you
hydrate.
very much.
The one immediately to the left. It is unlocked.
I'm gonna open it.
Mhm.
I'm also turning off my jacket Lights.
Damn. All right.
You turn off the hair.
Yeah. You can change the color of it to like something that isn't bright.
Actually, would you like to remind the viewers, and because I don't believe Carrie has seen your fancy dancy new jacket, what
Ooh,
your
yeah.
jacket looks like?
Harry hasn't.
So I've got a laser light street jacket that I found in a mysterious box that we should look into soon. But it's a really neat long coat that's got LEDs running through it that you can sync up to do like rainbow light show, all kinds of different things. And if you have a smart link, you can have it like flash red whenever you pull the trigger and stuff. Yeah, these are really cool.
Not a long
Yeah.
coat. It does stop at your waist. Just a note.
Oh, I thought they went down to just below the hip, but okay.
In my brain, a long coat is like a duster jacket, so it goes down to your knees.
Oh yeah, not like a
That's
floor
what I
length.
thought too.
Yeah, no. So like, yeah, waist is right.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a pretty badass jacket.
Yeah.
I toned down my hair.
Okay.
After I see him do that.
You open the door, and it leads to a very narrow room. Same manner of dirt on the floors and the walls. But when you open the door, a smell hits you. Of just... It's kind of a little putrid. It's not super strong, but there's definitely a scent as you open the door to a bathroom. The
Does it
sink,
smell acrid, like mold, or
Is it sweet?
more
Yeah.
like someone hasn't flushed the toilet.
okay?
Okay.
The toilet is on the far side of, like, there's a counter, a sink, and then the toilet. There is a faucet for a shower. There's not like an enclosed shower, but there's a shower head in the wall and a drain. But the floor is covered in like coats of grime. Like you can see like just black and like green, like mold kind of in the tiles where the water didn't really drain properly. But yeah, small bathroom.
All right, so it needs some work, but yeah,
Talk about your fixer-upper.
the price is right though. What we save in rent, we could put into this place not being a piece of crap.
New cleaning supplies.
Yeah, a lot of cleaning supplies. I'm gonna close that door and go to the other door. It is now on my left.
Yep. It is unlocked.
Dahlia's gonna crouch and draw her pistol and be at the ready.
Okay.
Gonna slowly open it quietly, as quietly as I can. I'm sure it hits debris and stuff.
Doesn't hit debris. But there is a light squeak. Not long, it's very short, it's very... You know when you're trying to not wake someone up and it sounds louder than it is?
Everything is super loud.
Everything is super loud? That's what it sounds like, but it's short. It opens to the right. And enter, like, across... It opens into a hallway. And across from you, to the right slightly, is another door. Directly across from you seems to be a open kind of broom closet sort of thing. To the left of that is another door, and then you can see a hallway that goes down into that opens up into someplace. Given that there is no lighting and it is 8 o'clock at night, and you don't have, as far as I know, any low light vision sort of
I do not.
thing. I forgot it is low light. You should have taken a penalty to your deduction, but it wouldn't have changed anything. So, because you're not using flashlights or anything, correct?
Not at this point. Once I get into the hallway area, I'm going to use the light on my agent. There are no windows in this hallway, right?
Correct. Oh, there
Yeah.
is, once you step into it, along the wall with the door to this bedroom is another door a bit down. So there's 3 doors in this hallway that you can see, and the fourth is the one that you came out of. So 3 other doors, and then it opens up into a bigger space.
I'm gonna open the door closest on my right.
Okay, so the one directly across from you
Yeah.
opens into. I will say, hey, the wall. Since you have your agent light on, the wall to the right there is plaster missing. Like there's a hole. You can see the wooden beams. You're gonna need to put some drywall on there. You open the door slowly into this next room. It appears to be another bedroom or office space. A lot of the plaster in here. It looks like someone got very angry or threw something around because there's holes all over the place. Again, that same dirt, grime, grunge permeates throughout. There's a kind of an indented section to the right where you could put like a dresser or a beam to hang clothes. And there is a small window that looks out to the front yard.
Is it covered?
It
in
is.
newspaper or anything?
It is.
All right, so this is the second bedroom. You'll find that it needs a little bit of work, but very functional. You put a nice armoire over in this corner here.
Yeah.
An armory? We could use
Armoire.
armor. That's what I said.
If you want your room to be an armory,
Her room is an
I do.
armory. That's why she sleeps in my house.
Have you guys seen my crossbow? It's
No,
badass.
I've never seen you crossbow.
It's very
At some point. You should keep it handy if we live here, though.
Do you have it on you, Silo?
That's a good point. I should probably, totally have it on me. It would fit in my bag, right? It's not big. It's like,
A crossbow?
yeah.
Yeah, I would say you could
What's
fit
the
it in there.
concealability on the crossbow?
Behind your
Don't
bag.
look.
We'll say
Under my jacket.
definitely not.
I think- But yes, you were able to bring it with you.
Yeah, it's not concealable. But you can have it on you.
So the question is more like, have you seen my crossbow? I have it.
It's a very nice crossbow. I like it. I'm gonna close the door.
Okay.
Anybody have an opinion on the next one we look at?
Dahlia's gonna walk forward and cautiously open the one to the left as you're looking down the hall.
Okay.
I'll cover her while she's opening it.
Sure. So this is the one that is on the same side as the first bedroom you entered.
Yeah.
And it opens to another bathroom. Although this one just happens to have a sink and a toilet, and that's it. So it's a half bath. Same
Okay.
dirt, grime, grunge smell.
Maybe a little bit more ED worth of cleaning supplies.
This
Close
one
that
doesn't
door.
look nearly as bad.
Yeah, not nearly as bad.
This
but
one does not look
still,
nearly as bad.
I'm sure people would appreciate it if we cleaned it all the same, Damien.
No, I agree. You're not wrong.
Bleach is still a thing.
I feel like
Yeah.
Carrie's just like, it went from like one bucket, like one container of bleach to 4 to
All of the bleach.
gallon to just all the bleach.
Yeah, all of the bleach.
Like truckload, like
Whatever
just
store is holding at that current
metric fuck ton to all bleach.
Shipping container of bleach.
N95s. So many gloves. Make a day of it.
Yeah, no, this would be a process.
Shouldn't take you
Which
more
room
than
would you
1 day.
like to open?
Open the last door in the hall.
Okay. The last door in the hallway, the room is a mirror of the other bedroom. So instead of walking in and having that indented space directly on your left, it's a wall, and then it indents closer to like the front of the house where there is a window. This one does still have newspaper on, although you can tell that the newspaper is very, I mean, like, it's old, it's probably whatever was scavenged. So if you shine your light through it, people could see that there's, hey, light
Keep my light
behind
low.
this. Yes, I assume you are. Again, there's mold on the wall, pieces of the wall are missing. There's probably a couple cracked floorboard tiles in this one. And I should say there's like trash and like probably like rotted clothing that's like just sitting in a pile that's like molded, probably had like water, but something spilled on it. Broken furniture maybe in a couple spaces of the room. Like, it's not empty, there is still things.
Random detritus.
Yes.
So is it hardwood floors then?
It's it's like
Not plywood floors?
not hardwood, not plywood. It's like a synthetic, you know, like a snap together plastic with that looks
the
like
presswood.
that looks like wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no actual wood material at all.
Right. You know, this place was very nice when it was.
Okay. I add to the list.
I would say you guys would also know, just based on like the shapes of these houses, they all look exactly the same from the outside. They're cookie cutter houses. So any of these houses are going to look like floor layout wise, exactly the same.
Okay.
All right, I guess we're going to press on.
Okay.
Go down the hallway and into, I assume, living room area.
Small hallway. You could fit 2 people side by side. It's a very short hallway. Who is entering this area first?
I will take point.
Dahlia will follow up second.
Beside Damien, or is, like, Damien, are you
Like-
like standing in the middle of the hallway so no one can stand with you?
She's
Yeah,
gonna be
actually,
basically
he will.
using
'Cause he's got-
Damien as cover.
As much as I like to say that he is wiry and thin, he still has a fairly big frame.
That body 8? 7? One of those? Yep.
8,
Yep.
I think. Oh, 7. Yeah, no.
7, yeah.
I'm not that big.
No, it's like athletic build. You're not wiry. Wiry is not the right word.
I'm wiry
No,
and
you're,
gaunt.
you're lean and muscular. Okay, so you're standing in the middle to kind of prevent anyone from passing you, but Dahlia is behind you.
Yeah.
And Silo Carey?
I follow. No, I walk with Damien.
He's not
You're
letting
right
you
behind
walk
me, too.
with. Yeah.
Slightly behind.
Okay, so you and Dahlia are right behind Damien. Silo, you're taking up the rear.
Yep.
Okay. As you guys walk and enter. Have you been quiet? I should have asked this before. Have you been quietly moving through this house, or are you mostly...
I feel
Not-
like I've been describing it that we've been fairly quiet other than small chit-chat.
Your chit-chat's been pretty loud.
My voice carries. I
Okay.
apologize.
Okay. As you enter this space, you see the other large window to your left. Covered in newspapers. You don't see a sliding glass door, but where the sliding glass door is, you do see the large pieces of, I wouldn't say, because it's boarded up. I'm not going to say it's boarded up with, like, plywood. It's probably boarded up with, like, various street signs and corrugated metal. And
Oh, good.
pushed
That's much better.
and pushed against it is a Definitely no longer functional, Dahlia. You can tell this just looking at it. Though you might have to get closer or shine your light towards it. Elements have been ripped out. The door, there is no more door. Any wiring is gone, but there is a stove that's also pressed up against it. Or what would have been a stove at one point. The shell of a stove. To your right is the entrance door, which has hollowed out fridge in front of it. And across from the hallway, you can see broken counters where a kitchen, like where the kitchen was. Obviously, like the appliances have been moved out. There are no appliances. You'd have to move farther in to see kind of the rest of the room. But it looks like this was like a living area and kitchen, dining kind of giant room.
A great room.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
And look how spacious this is. We could entertain guests. Not that we should.
I don't hate it.
The space of this room is probably, it's larger than all three of your cargo containers. Not like the length of it, but just like the seating kitchen area, all three of yours together, it's still slightly bigger.
We wouldn't have to eat on the couch.
Yeah. We could eat at the table like normal people.
That's pretty cool.
It does come with a little risk.
What does it?
Right. Dark future. I'm gonna go into the room and start checking it out a little more detailed.
Okay, keeping your light.
Talia's gonna turn
Go.
on a light switch.
You're gonna turn on a light switch?
Is there power in this place?
So you
Pray to God there's not now.
find the light switch, flick it on. You flick it on, nothing happens.
Flick it back off.
Okay.
Is Damien glaring at me?
Let's get the windows all covered with things before we go turning on lights. Maybe.
It's just checking. She looks at the ground.
How hard would it be if we got like a generator to hook it up to the electrical?
Fairly simple if we had a generator big enough to, power the house.
We don't need a lot of power. We know that because currently we don't have a lot of power in our shipping containers.
But what about the stove? Gonna look over at the stove pressed against the wall.
Well, we might have to go with more of an old school approach on the stove, but we'll see how it goes. Really, it's the refrigeration that I worry about more than the stove.
Fix it. Or find something.
Right. How much power could a mini fridge take?
We'll find
know.
out.
I'm sure I could find a guy that would sell us a refrigerator. Slightly used.
As long as it doesn't have a body in it.
At the time, yeah.
Is that a common thing?
Well, they cost less if you buy one that already has the body in it, because then you have to dispose of the
I circle all of the bleach
body.
several times.
Starts going over the words, making them bold.
Alright. I prefer bodiless to begin with, but I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do.
Right.
As you enter this room, by the way, the music is slightly louder.
Are there any other doors or anything?
There are the
leading
two more
out?
doors in this room.
Technically 3.
Technically,
Front
in
door.
this room, entirely 4. Front door, back door, 2 other doors.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the not front door, back door. The first one closest to me.
Closest to you? Okay.
Yeah.
The one closest to you is kind of not quite next to the front door, because there's a bit of like a dent forward, so like you could walk into like kind of a space before it moves to the right, and that's where that door is. And as you open it slowly, it opens into a completely like pitch black room. There are no windows, so you're not getting that ambient light from the street lights outside. And you shine your flashlight up because you feel a little more confident that you can do it here without there being a problem.
Yeah.
And you find yourself in a garage.
Okay. I'm gonna step in, and then I'm going to turn up the intensity on my coat
Okay.
to make myself as bright as possible.
Sure.
Is there anything in this garage?
Other than the same kind of refuse and debris and like anything, I mean, there probably was like a couple of tents, we'll say. They've been like slashed and torn, like a wild animal got into it. There was probably like a small little cooler that is completely wrecked, maybe melted a little bit. So there's the same dirt, grunge, dinge. Anything in this house is unusable or salvageable.
Right.
But there's no bodies, living or otherwise.
Always.
That's a plus. Can we see outside the front door? Is there any glass on the door? Or...
The door, you can't see the door itself because the fridge is right there. Beside the door, there is and you would have seen this like walking down the streets through all these houses because they look exactly the same. So you would know there are kind of like bars of glass along the door itself, and then a strip of glass beside, like directly beside the door. Not a window pane, but like one of those things kind of like built into the door frame itself. Both of which, like all of which, is covered up by the fridge. You would have to move the fridge in order to look out windows.
Okay.
Though you could go back into one of the bedrooms that have front-facing small windows and peel back the newspaper and look out. If you were so inclined.
I'm gonna go back to the closest bedroom and take a peek outside to see where that music's coming from.
Do you have are you using your agent to light the way?
To light the way, yeah, but not to... I'm keeping it low.
Okay. It's slow because you're trying not to step in or on anything. There's probably like a couple empty like air hypos around as well. Broken glass, broken bottles, things of that nature. So you're not like rushing around this house. You're like taking your time, and if you didn't have the light, that would be a problem, but you do. Making your way to the closest bedroom to this living space. Yes.
Yeah.
Head to the window. Pull apart like the newspaper, and sure enough, per the assumptions of your compatriots, though they did not say it out loud, you can see lights coming from the house that's across and a little to the left of your current residence. There's a couple people, like one or two, kind of outside either smoking or drinking. But the music is definitely coming from there, and there's lights on inside, people moving. Even though it's dark, you can tell it's lively.
There's no one looking this way, looking curious.
Give me a perception check at -2. Because it is dark. You do not, as far as I know, have any sort of low light vision.
Well, then I'm gonna spend 3 luck.
You go. Hells yes.
Perception. Why can I never find perception?
Left.
Oh, it's like right at the top.
That's, I know, I have the same. I always look for human perception first, which is on the other side of the sheet.
Okay.
Spell the alphabetic.
So 15.
15. Okay. It's still hard to tell from this. Would you like to spend 2 more luck to bump it past that 15 threshold?
Nah.
Okay. It's hard to see. You can see that there's only a couple people outside in front of the house right now. You're not sure where they're looking, if they've noticed, if they're acting like they're not paying attention. You don't know.
Okay. I'll make my way back to the group.
Okay. So while you're doing that and Damien is examining the garage, what is Dolly and Carrie doing?
I'm gonna check out the room right next to it.
The other door?
Yes.
Okay. The other door in this space, which is kind of like next to the counters where one of the appliances sat, and then next to the right of it would have been like a, looks like a pantry area with wire shelves, although it's just, it's destroyed. But you open that door and that seems to be some sort of utilities room. There is a electrical box, a water heater that is broken and not working. Very, very small, but it seems to be the utilities room that they have put. And actually, nope, that's it. That is all you see. No, that's a lie. The water heater is in, I lied, the water heater is in the garage. Back onto the same wall as the utility room. You only see the electrical box. There is a space that something else with electrical and water hookup was in this space, but there are no appliances to indicate what that might have been. Although, if you would like, you can make a education or deduction roll if you want to try to guess. Basic tech, if you would like, but that would be higher to you.
Carrie is leaning towards washer and dryer.
For guessing it correctly, I'm not even gonna make you roll. It was a washer dryer. Well done. Screw you, dice didn't even need ya. Dahlia, what are you up to?
Dahlia's gonna be. Is there any kitchen cabinets or anything in the kitchen area?
Technically?
She's gonna open up the cabinets and see if there's anything in the cabinets or anything like that.
The doors are either falling off on one hinge or gone completely. In the cabinets, old cans of, half-eaten food that's now definitely moldy and disgusting. Garbage. There's a lot of garbage. Anything of use is gone.
Alright. She's gonna just start, tapping on the floors and making sure there's sound and there's, no hollow spaces or anything, underneath.
Okay.
Like, someone has any kind of storage area.
Good call. Smart. I like it. I'm not going to make you roll. It's just going to take you a while to go through and do this while the things are happening. I would say, Carrie, Dame, is there anything else you're doing in the garage other than just looking around it?
After I look around and make sure that there's nothing I need to know about in here, I'm going to turn my jacket off and then go back into...
There's the garage door.
Right.
I feel like... I didn't know that I needed to say that, but just in case, there is a garage door.
You assumed. I assumed also it's locked or closed in some way.
If
like
you go...
the rest of the door.
If you go over to it, you do notice it is bolted on the inside with a fairly secure lock.
Okay.
So in short, yes.
Okay.
Sorry, and then you can...
I go back out into the great room with my jacket off.
Okay. As you do so, I would say at this point, Carrie is done looking in the tiny utilities room. So you two meet back out in the bigger room as Dolly is kind of tapping her foot around the floor.
It would be a lot of room. It would be a lot of work, but it would be a lot of room. We would have to either make a deal with our neighbors or become real quiet about coming and going.
mean, the neighbors might be cool.
Yeah.
They're having a party. They're keeping it down.
I suppose we could go meet them, but I think maybe tonight's not.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
I say if they come to meet us, then protection money instead of rent is a good call.
Right.
Yeah.
We could fix up the inside, make sure the windows and everything are blocked, make it look crappy on the outside so nobody wants to come in.
At this point, Silo,
And-
you can return.
Reinforce all the entrances to where we only have one entrance that we know about. I think it would take some doing, but not that I know a lot about electronics. I think we could get power. I know we could get water.
I think we can make it work.
I still think you're all crazy, but not paying rent does sound nice. I vote. I'm gonna put my stuff in storage because that's still cheaper than rent, right?
Not by a lot, but yeah.
At least keep our valuable stuff in there, just in
Yeah.
case.
But we'll also have the shop that we can keep small stuff in the back.
Yeah.
I don't have anything on the accordion. It's crazy but valuable. That's nice.
Didn't Carrie get a guitar or no?
Yeah, I left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a guitar. Oh yeah, I guess that's valuable
It's
too.
only 1,000 EB.
Yeah, but I feel like we can make this place secure enough that it's not a big deal. Plus, like we said, the shop is a good place to keep things that we care about, since that place is a little bit of gutted.
We will all have keys.
Yeah.
And this will allow us to kind of do what we want with that space. And Silo, we could quit Dark Topic at some point.
Don't say that.
Eventually.
It's not true.
I'm
Today was a good day at work. People were scared and it was nice.
Well, I suppose that is good.
Yeah, normally I don't
some of that music.
normally think scared customers is great, but I mean, if that worked for you guys, then good.
When you get as many punky teens in the store as we do,
It's the vibe.
Carrie, you would know, or would have heard about Silo's encounter at the store. So, Silo, would you like to explain to Carrie what happened? What she would have heard through the employees of Dark Topic.
it's the tea.
Okay, so these people came into the store. They were looking at stuff. They'd just throw it on the table, all rude like. So I went behind them and I was cleaning up. They didn't notice or didn't care, pretended not to notice. I don't know, but it made me angry. So I don't remember what you I remember
She blacked out.
I blacked out.
Pretty much.
Oh
If-
yeah, I remember now.
Okay.
So someone else came in, started a fight with these people who were already making me angry, and I was like, I had enough. So I went to the back, and I got my bat. And Jimmy and Jerry, they got their weapons too.
Oh shit.
I don't know my fellow employees' names.
Jimmy's
Jimmy
right.
and Jerry.
Jimmy is right.
That's right.
Pretty sure the other one is Trevor.
Tony.
Trevor.
Trevor.
Who it was?
Anyway, those guys, they got their weapons too, and I was like, listen, you can either leave nicely, or you can get hurt and I can make you leave. I don't remember what I said. I was mad. And then
Yeah.
they ran away.
Is this while Carrie was recovering from inventory?
This was I'm gonna say you guys just worked different shifts. You worked the morning kind of like day shift. Silo had worked afternoon, evening. So this was when you were home. You probably got some message from Trevor after it happened that was just like, dude, Silo's scary, but like in the best
I know.
way tonight at least. He probably did not elaborate beyond that, but that was probably a message you got from Trevor.
He probably said that, and then when Silo got home, I was like, why? Did you do to Trevor? So yeah, Carrie's definitely like, let's not work there anymore. Get stabbed for a $10
You're not gonna
band
get
t-shirt.
stabbed. I promise. No one's gonna stab you.
It's not just me, I'm worried.
No one's gonna stab me.
This conversation about stabbing is taking place in real time.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
How far are we from the closest like bus stop?
Great question. Bus stop itself, not far. Functional current working bus stop. Probably, I would say, because this is kind of like gang run and they haven't really fully started working on this section yet. I'm going to say 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes walk. We'll say 20.
Yeah.
20 is nice.
And then
If you're on
how
a
far is
bike
the
or a
line-
skateboard, it's shorter.
Right. How far is the line from here to Time Warp? Do I estimate?
Ooh, from here to time on public transport?
Yeah.
That's that's far.
It's a minute.
That's far. Because even in
Oh.
Haywood, where you were, I feel like is the middle point. Have to relook at the map. Is like the middle point between Time Warp and Rancho. So if it took you like an hour and a half to get up there on public transport,
Yeah.
then another hour and a half the other way, or an hour.
It
You're
would
looking
probably
at like
take an hour if we had a car, but it would take closer to 3.5 if we don't.
yeah.
All right, so getting to and from the shop would be a problem.
Actually, it's an hour. If you took the yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say it would take you like 2.5 hours by bus. No, subway would be more direct because there is the subway junction. So we'll say 2 hours by public transit, which would have taken you, I don't know, 40 minutes by car, 30 minutes by car.
So we're looking at like an hour to drive to work if we have it. If we take the train, probably closer to 2.5, 3 hours.
Yikes.
Something we got to keep in mind.
So we're buying a car.
We tried to in the shipping containers, but just missed out on it.
But do you have an
Even-
extra?
Oh,
Sorry, Carrie, can
nobody's
you...
gonna.
Sorry, can you say that again? I completely missed it.
Well, I asked if his buddy would have an extra pickup truck.
I don't know anybody with an extra car.
Who's that guy that we borrowed the truck from?
Yeah, that is not extra.
I get it.
Cars are not cheap. Anybody happen to know any nomads that might be able to sell us a car for a little cheaper?
Dahlia actually thinks for a minute and goes, "No. I don't know if I'd ever really hung out with nomads before."
All right. Well, we have to keep that in mind then. So.
Zero context.
I will say, technically,
Just mostly
you
hung
guys
out with
do
tech
know
people.
nomads. You're not friends with any
No,
nomads,
Trevor.
but you know nomads.
We're not friends with them.
It's correct, as far as you
They
know.
just
you are
don't
not
want me
friends.
to have my honeymoon. Or
They just want you to treat your fiance right.
That's a good starting ground for a relationship that we could build with them.
I'll go talk to him. Just be like, he's such a dick. Poor baby.
Not sure that's the reaction you'd get. If you want Damien to get beat up, absolutely. Go and
for
cry.
sure.
He's a dick.
All right, so maybe we head home for the night and think about this.
Sleep on it.
Well, I'm gonna be sleeping on a pile of stuff, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sleep it. My house.
I don't want to be in imposition. I do appreciate
You
it.
never. People slept at my house before.
Yeah, that's right.
You can sleep at Carrie's house. I'm taking my box of goodies. Going to my house.
And then Dahlia, I could help you move the stuff onto my side of the unit, so you have enough room to survive as a human.
You know, I asked you earlier if you were planning on staying in your room tonight or going somewhere else, and you told me you were planning on staying in your room.
We can discuss this on the way home. Because if we
What
don't
made you change
hoof
your
it
mind?
real quick to the train, the last train will have left. So we better get going. I don't want to hear it, Jess.
Night City doesn't sleep.
I assumed that it was not the case.
Alright, Dahlia will hurry along.
I'm gonna look at the stove.
Mhm.
Do I feel like I could move it enough to be able to squeeze out the back metal?
So the stove is kind of supporting this piece of corrugated metal that's, bolted with signs and stuff. Moving the stove for you, Body 7, not a problem. You can move the stove. Chances are it may make a noise, but you could definitely move it. Which would then allow for the metal to move. So putting it back in that same secure way with the stove pressed against it, unlikely.
Could I
But-
open it just enough that we could squeeze through, but it doesn't look like it's super open though?
You can try.
Why don't we just go back through the window?
It would be nice to not have to crawl through the window when we come.
Yeah, that didn't go so well the first time.
Yeah.
I will help.
With
You'll help with the
which
window
plan?
or the door?
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever I...
Little bit of column.
Alright, we'll do the window for tonight. But the next time, maybe we try to make a door functional.
I can make a door. I have a bat.
And a
Be
crossbow.
more work to work on later. So, maybe not.
That was... Damien, that was a joke. That was a joke. Just making sure. Carrie got it.
I'm gonna open the window.
You open the window, because you'll have to hoist yourself up and into a space. You can just kind of like sit on the ledge and jump down. I'm not going to make you roll an athletics check or anything. You can all exit. Silo will help whomever as needed to help get you guys out on the other side. I assume you close the window when you are done.
Yeah.
And you make your way back to the street.
Yes. As quietly as possible.
Is
By-
there another way
By,
we
by
can go?
quietly as possible, do you mean stealthily?
One would say that.
One might say that.
One might say that.
One might say that. So you're stealthing around the house?
Uh-huh.
Okay, sure. Give me stealth checks. Whoever's being stealthy. Walked up here all bold, but we're leaving all sneaky like. Remember your minuses for those of you who have penalties.
Oh, I remember. I remember.
Can I walk stealthily, confidently? Like I belong here, so therefore I'm being stealthy?
Confident stealth.
I will say you can either walk confidently, like you belong here, or stealthily. Your call.
I just don't want to mess up everyone else's roles.
Dude, you won't.
I need help.
With my -2, I got a 15.
Okay. Dahlia?
Without any sort of penalty,
Yes, sorry, Carrie.
I got a 12.
Awesome. Dahlia?
Dahlia's not paying attention to stealthing right now.
Oh, okay. Silo.
I am not stealthing at all.
Okay.
I'm just walking.
Cool. Carrie's not really stealthing either. She's trying, but not. Damien, 15. But you seem to get around the house without issue. There seems to be a lot of activity across the street from that house. And now that you're back around the house and on the street proper, if you glance that way, you can tell the general air of it is that it's like they're having a party.
Do the lights look on?
The lights are on, yeah. Lights are on. There's like some neon glow coming from it. There are also street lamps on the street. For lamps that are not broken and have bulbs.
Right.
Of course, now that
Well,
you're
if
on
we
the
ever
street,
need-
yes, the sound is much louder now that it's not dampened by walls.
Well, we know where we can borrow a cup of sugar.
You can also see now a little easier because it is dark, or darker. There's various signs in glow paint that have become more visible. That say, you know, good times with an arrow pointing towards the house. Jolt this way. With another sign. There's like some joke ones where it's like, for a good time, to ask to see, you know, or tell so and so to give what's the drink from Deadpool where it's like, oh, give him like a dirty blowjob or something like that, and it's just like a shot with a whipped cream glass, like shit like that is also around the walls. The logo, the gang symbol on that house, which is the smiley face with the fist, the neon fists, glow brightly. If you had to guess, this is a party gang more than anything else.
Feel like we could probably get in good with them. Thank you for the hydrate, by the way.
Thank you.
Well, if we're gonna do it, we gotta start strong. Like, come in with a couple cases of Smash.
Some tacos.
Who doesn't like tacos?
It's
Nobody
true.
doesn't like tacos.
You're
I'm thinking-
always gonna get reinvited to the party if you bring alcohol and tacos.
It's true. Yes.
What?
Say I could make brownies.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Some
Harry.
special
Once you
brownie
have an
brownies.
oven.
Once we have
You can make them before we move.
The microwave.
Huh, Oh, just make them in your current oven.
No, she doesn't have an oven. Cargo containers do not have an oven. There is no space for an oven. You have a mini
You have a
fridge
toaster oven
with a
or
microwave
a
on top of
microwave.
it. Yeah, or a toaster oven, depending.
Make them in the toaster
Oh.
oven.
I was gonna say,
Very
how have
small.
you been making them?
Easy bake style.
Yeah. I was gonna say Carrie probably has an easy bake oven, no microwave, no toaster oven, an easy bake oven. She's been making them one by one.
If you cut up a Totino's pizza, you can cook it. in
Just
one
feed it
piece.
through.
I don't know that from experience.
As you guys are talking about this party, and getting in good, are you standing on the street or are you moving as you're doing it?
Moving.
Yeah.
Okay. I like the hesitation and the why are you asking this?
Ollie is gonna like look over his shoulder where we kind of were around the house and see if there's anyone that we're checking out, trying to check out what we just did.
Amazing. I need everyone to give me a perception check at -4.
Or
Yep.
not even a. Do I get the additional -2?
Yes, you do.
Can I spend 3 luck?
Yes, you may.
I'm out of luck, but can I spend like 40 so that I'm not in the negatives here?
I spend the rest of my luck. and
Which
hope that
is
nothing. Hope that I don't need it for anything else.
okay.
I got a 5.
Damien got a 5. Okay.
You
That's
said
search.
-4, right?
correct.
Okay. So I got 16.
Okay.
If there's a human over there, could I use human perception?
Nope, just perception.
If not, then that's only shoot, a 10 for me.
Carrie?
That's with them.
17.
17. All right, Dahlia, you're looking behind you.
Yeah.
Damien, you're in the middle of a conversation. You're looking at your compatriots talking about brownies
Who
and
knows?
food and
Yeah.
trying to get a smash for this party. Silo, Carrie, where are you guys looking?
When I noticed Dahlia, I probably looked back with her.
17, yeah.
Yeah, I'm also looking at the people.
Okay. Because you were looking
Looking-
at the party
looking around.
house, you were having this conversation, you know, mostly looking behind you. So you don't see them right away. But you hear as metal scrapes against concrete. And you turn around, and the way you're exiting, which is the road out of this cul-de-sac, a group of people appear. There is about, making sure I have my numbers correct, 6 of them. All dressed, dark clothing, black jeans, black, cargo kind of pants, black jackets that have bright neon blue paint or patches on it. Most have hoods up. Most have full face masks with these giant bulging eyes and slits in the mouths. And as these 4 of them seem like uniform, nondescript, your typical gang are wearing like the same kind of clothing. 2 of them, however, look vastly different. One, and they kind of spread out in like this V formation. So pair of each of like the, lower level guys, and then 2 main ones at the end of the V, the farthest from you. I think I just closed something that I totally did not mean to close. Let's hope I did not. One of the ones at the far back, instead of the normal face mask, he has like built-in goggles, probably some sort of gear or cyberware that
Vision
prevents
enhancements.
either vision enhancements or to prevent certain vision impairments. Has a hood up, plenty of silver chains dangling, tattoos along the neck. The other one is wearing a bright neon blue vest over a black t-shirt. Isn't a full jacket. You can see dozens of tattoos on the arms. One, because they are light tattoos, glows, and it's that same symbol you'd seen before of the mouse moving through waste with the blue fin, shark fin. He has thick gloves that go up to his elbows on both hands, and they're carrying a variety of weapons. And as you move, two more appear from between the houses and kind of move into your sides.
Hey, you guys want some brownies?
And that is where we're going to end this session.
DM?
Yeah.
Sorry, no. That's where we end the session.
Nope, go ahead, ask your question. Ask your question.
I was gonna say, how close are we to that party house?
Not that far.
Dahlia may want to dash to that party house.
We will see what happens when
Join us
we
next week
return
for
next week.
The thrilling conclusion.
Well,
You
We'll
see
all
that
have to roll new
TPK
characters.
in EO. Now watch this TPK in Meat Space.
Oh boy.
That would be very
Sorry.
different, very bad.
I better make a backup character.
Yeah. Join us Wednesday as we roll new characters.
But join us next week. We'll see what happens. Those of you who joined our impromptu NPC dates of our NPC lives may recognize this gang. If you haven't, check it out on YouTube, see if you can figure it out. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining us. Next week we will be back to see what happens to our bandits. Bum bum bum. Good night, everyone.
Wait. I figured out how to do this.
Do the fancy one.
I can't do it.
Bye.